Hey, my name's Alan. I've never done YouTube before. I've been thinking about doing it for a while. I also think it's hard because of all the editing. But Apple gives me a pause button and a resume button. And I'm going to use that to my advantage. A little about me. I've been driving truck for 11 years. I crawled out. I miss it every day, and then I don't miss it every day. There's things you can love, and there's things you can love without doing, and trucking's one of them. I love trucking, dude. The old boss I worked for, we drove 379s, lit up, pulling hoppers, step deck, dry van, you know. But I've also been a company man, pulling step deck, oversized, from California to Texas to the East Coast, and all that. Anyways, a couple years ago, some stuff happened in my life, and I said, hey, I'm done trucking. I got a hold of my old foreman about 5 years ago. I said, hey, you got a spot open on the road crew? And he did. So I come back doing road work, and we're a traveling road crew. So you go out for a week or a month, whatever it is, and you work, and you go home. I did that for a year. Not even a year, because we're seasonal up here in Minnesota. I did about 4 or 5 months. And the last month I was like, I don't mind living in the camper on the road. That's what we were doing. Instead of getting hotels, we were just living in campgrounds all across the tri-state area. Iowa, Minnesota, North Dakota. That's what we did. So I was like, well, shit, I don't mind it. Doing it weekly, I wonder if I could do this full time. Right? And I was watching this guy called Van Life Meow. He bought a U-Haul van, started tearing into it, making it into an RV. I'm like, hey, this guy's planning on doing some full-time living. I want to do the same thing. Now, obviously, you could tell I do not have... I have a camper. I actually have a fifth wheel. 2008. Did I go and get a van and build mine from the ground up? No way. Why? I don't have the time to do that. That's just not my game. Alright? Me personally, I want a warranty. I didn't get a warranty with this one. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to like this full-time living. But, so I paid outright for this thing, $13,000. Worked out great. I got a 2014 Power Stroke Demco sliding fifth wheel. I game. I play a lot of trucking simulator and farming simulator. Yes, it rides smooth. I don't have to pick anything up. I'm also not the guy running 75 miles an hour past you with my camper blowing in the wind. No, I ain't doing that. I'm 60, 65 miles an hour. Anything over that is just too much weight going down the road too fast. It's not safe. But no, I was watching Dave build his U-Haul van and getting all these things, and I was watching Wild RV Life with Craig and God, I can't remember her name. Charity, I think. I can't remember her name. But you got Craig out there building their RV from the 70s and going on Route 66 and down to Mexico with it. And Grateful Glamper is another YouTube channel. Big RV, Big Adventures or something like that. They're based out of Augusta, Montana. Changing Lanes. And Open Roading, I think, is another one I watch. And I watched these people do it for about 4 or 5 months. And I was talking to my brother. I lived in an apartment with my brother because we did this travel and road construction together, and he got out of it. And so we just had an apartment. Hey man, I think I'm gonna move into a camper full time. And he goes, yeah, oh hell yeah, do it. You know. So I go off and start doing my research and readings and videos, and there's times where I would be up on the weekends till 2, 3 in the morning just watching videos on how to live in a camper or how to use this in a camper. You know, I got a Fish House RV edition. I live on the lake in the wintertime too. In fact, I did that for about 3-4 weeks last winter up in Minnesota, and it was awesome. You know. So I bought a 2008 Cedar Creek. I didn't have to do a whole lot to it. In fact, I put a reverse camera in and some midship cameras. That way I can see down the side of me. They aren't set up to see everything. They're meant, I put the midship lights in, or the midship cameras in, for if I'm, you know, in some 3 or 4 lane traffic, I'm not trying to look 2 lanes over in my mirrors. I got my cameras doing that work for me. I just look up on my windshield and bang, there they are. If you hear the wind, I'm sorry about that. I've been in Aberdeen, South Dakota for about a month and a half. And that's all it is out here is wind. But back to the cameras. No, I installed them. I switched all my lights out to like LEDs. Just small things to make my batteries last longer, to use less power, because sometimes I go in the woods and I'll stay there for a weekend or two, like, you know, 5 days, 4 days, depending on, you know, the holidays and stuff during the summer. I might just stay for 4 or 5 days. And I had a blast this year. Me and my girlfriend, we spent, I think, 4 or 5 days in the woods. We had a generator, you know, power up the TVs or whatnot, and the AC when it got too hot. But other than that, if it was nice out, we just had the windows open and we were camping in the middle of the woods. And it was amazing. But no, so I'm in South Dakota, Aberdeen, South Dakota, and been here for a month and a half. I'm at the fairgrounds, Brown County Fairgrounds. Spring, summer, and fall, they're open. They watch their 10-day forecast. Once the weather stays above 30, they got the water on. Once the weather drops below 30 for like 2 days straight, I think it's going to be 2 days. And the only reason why I know that is because they shut my water off last week. But I can still stay here, electric only, and sewer. So, no big deal. You got like 1 or 1.5 weeks where you can't stay here. Other than that, it's first come, first serve. There's about 400 to 500 spots here, all in a big open field. 30, 50 amp hookups. They're awesome. I met the camp hosts, basically their neighbor, and there was nobody here. the whole time I've been here for a month and a half, I maybe seen 12 people, and 2 of them were my co-workers that were staying here. You just do your hey, how's it going type of wave, and you go on about your life. And that's what I like. I like the simplicity. I don't like going home to a town where you gotta stop at a red light and, you know, you see somebody tweaking on the sidewalks. You know, it's just not, there's no need for that. And I know full-time living is probably going to see some tweakers, you know what I'm saying? And be down at by wherever. Homie just smoked light bulb. That's fine, whatever. I try to do my best to be not 100% me on the camera, but just don't do dumb shit around me, and I won't have to call you out on the camera. So yeah, my girlfriend, we've only been dating a few months, and we'll see how it goes. I think it's gonna go good. We've been together now for a couple months, and I think we're hoping that she gets this new job where she can work from home, and then she'll just travel with me. I'm gonna grab something, and I'm gonna read it off. And these are just some things that I have doing this now since basically February or March or April when I started in my camper full time. I'm gonna grab it, and it's a few things that you should have on you. Oh. All right. Tools and hand tools, power tools, battery chargers. I have a DeWalt set, ratchet socket set. I have their big impact drill. I have their 1/4-inch drive impact, flashlight. And then I have about 5 or 6 battery chargers with about 8 batteries. And yes, I use all of them battery chargers. In fact, I just found another one and put it in my inside cabinet to use in here instead of having to walk outside and grab a battery if my DeWalt fan goes bad. That's another thing. I have a DeWalt fan. They're a little bit of money, but I use it ice fishing. It works great. I bring it in here. Works great. I have a DeWalt vacuum cleaner. Not the little shop vac that you pull around, but the stick one. You know, works great. I have it. It's awesome. I have batteries for everything else. I got batteries for them. Parts. Hey, it don't hurt to you buy a camper. You know, my girlfriend can vouch. Both my brothers can vouch. Some of my coworkers can vouch. Having parts for your unit, whether it's a vent cover. My girlfriend called me one time. She showed up at the camper and she said, "Hey, the bed's soaked. There's water coming through the ceiling." Well, I'm coming out of North Dakota yet, and I'm like, crap, man. That's scary. I mean, if you know anything about campers, a water leak is not good. So, yeah, having a vent cover. I actually have PEC line crimpers. My hot water line for my shower sprung a leak. It was a little like a little grommet washer thing. But if I had to remove everything and redo it, I have PEC line crimpers with the PEC line crimps. I just bought this actually, and it's a battery lug crimper. because I'm having some issues with my electrical. So maybe I'll do a video on that. Everybody else puts videos of that crap out there too, but hey, I'm trying something new here. I'll keep you guys informed. And butt connectors. Amazon is good. Yeah, if you want to shop Temu, you can. I don't suggest it. Beaver or Vever, however you guys pronounce it, they're good too. You can go online, shop them. They're just like a Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight. I love Harbor Freight. I'm about to get their Predator 5000. A coworker of mine said it's probably one of the best generators she's ever bought. I got the 3500 right now. Powers this thing just fine. Powers my fish house just fine. Fuses. Once again, Amazon. They sell an assortment. Big fuses, mini fuses. If you got a camper like mine where she's older, you're going to have the regular size fuses. You're getting into these newer models and stuff like that, you're going to have slightly bigger, or the smaller ones, you know. Screws, self-tappers, random nuts and bolts, pins with cotter keys and cotter pins. You know, like the old style trailer hitches. You know, just a pin with a hole that you can clever something down. Why? Don't know. Trust me, I work road construction. I've needed them doing hopper before. Didn't have any. I ended up keeping a couple in the truck after that stuff happened. My jacks for the back. For the longest time I was using an impact driver on them. Do not use an impact on your stabilizer jacks. Yeah, yeah, it sounds cool, but dude, you wrecked your stuff. Okay, use the drill. That's what it's meant for. Don't be using your impact driver. I found that out the hard way. Light bulbs. You know, you don't need every light bulb you have. You know, you don't need the tail light out of a 92 Chevy Silverado to power up your kitchen light. No, just grab a couple bulbs, whether they're for the bedroom or a hallway. Some of these newer campers, they just got the regular LED push buttons like they got at my fish house. I got a 2022, 2023, or yeah, 2022 Glacier Fish House RV Edition. I got just regular push button LED discs. I have to get some of those. I don't have any. And 12 volt 2-strand. What? Here's the deal. You can get the smallest stuff, or you can get medium. You know, having a strand of that can save you in the end. Just trying to get power somewhere. You might have a wire that burns up. Stuff happens. Wrenches, a soldering iron, some flux, and maybe an extra set of stabilizers underneath your camper to keep the rolling, rocking back and forth going. But yeah, I don't have the extra jack stands. I need to get some. I was using slide out stabilizers. I do use those too, but I need to get the jack stands. I might have time to get on the internet and read comments and stuff like that. I might. We'll see how you guys do this and see if I become famous. Honestly, if I had a group of 50 of you guys, that's 50 people that I didn't think would ever watch my show or my video. But I hope this works out. Just kind of do it without editing. That's my thing. You're gonna see the real stuff, what them YouTubers talk about, like, oh, behind the scenes. Well, brother, let me tell you, there ain't no behind the scenes on this channel. It's gonna be, if I get in a crash while I'm filming, believe it or not, you're gonna see the last little bit of that crash, and then I'll probably stop the video so I could call the 911 and stuff, because I don't have no camera. I just got this cell phone, this iPhone here, and we'll see how this goes. I got to work at 11 o'clock tomorrow. We got to wait for temps and the rain to run away from us, but I'm about 20 minutes in here. I'm probably gonna cut this one and then figure out how to upload it to YouTube.